I am currently spending thousands of dollars of my own hard-earned money on these Magic the Gathering cards. And frankly, they're cards that we as a community haven't really settled on how we feel about them. In fact, some see them as downright controversial. But what am I buying? And more importantly, why am I doing this? I want to take you guys behind the curtain today and do something I don't normally do. Let's talk about how I'm building my own personal collection and what I'm choosing to spend my money on, and most importantly, in my opinion, why. This one's going to be a bit revealing. I'm kind of nervous, but also excited, so let's get into it. Now, I'll admit, I wish I was being a bit hyperbolic in the introduction of this video. When I say that I have spent thousands of dollars of my own hard-earned money on these cards, I will tell you that's completely factual. In fact, those close to me will tell you that they have tried to pull me off for some time now. But when it comes to building a Magic the Gathering collection, I have gone on and on about the fact that it has to be more than just an MTG Finance blog post or a speculation on what's going to hold value or what you think is going to go up in value and possibly pay for my kids' college in the future. No. This is something that I find special and I think has meaning to me and, in my opinion, will have meaning to the Magic the Gathering community as time goes on. So today, I want to talk about one of the aspects of my collection that I'm currently buying into and why I'm doing it, because I think that is the most important. Without further ado, you guys know, if you've been around this channel for a while, it is the Brothers War serialized artifacts. Now, these cards, in my opinion, are one of the coolest subsets of Magic the Gathering cards to be released, and before you just hate on serialized cards, let me explain why. Leading up to the Brothers War serialized artifact series, it was often said in the Magic the Gathering community that the products and the sets lacked collectability. People didn't feel the need to go out to the game store and try to chase down anything special. Heck, the game was healthy as ever. People loved playing Magic, but when it came to adding cards to their binder or feeling proud of anything that they could show off or buy into, it was almost all about the reserve list. Well, the Brothers War serialized artifacts kicked off an era of Magic the Gathering that I do believe that one day we will look back on extremely fondly. Now, this is not the first iteration of a serialized card in Magic the Gathering. I believe it was a Viscera Seer that came out of a Secret Lair that might have been the first serialized, but we had seen numbered Magic the Gathering cards before, or even been told like, hey, there's only 10, 12, or 500 of these in existence. But this is a massive shift. The Brothers War serialized artifact series, for the first time, represented a serialized card, a numbered Magic the Gathering card that could be pulled out of the booster box by any regular enthusiast that happened to buy that product. And this is a massive deal when it comes to collectability. Those who have been following this channel for some time know I feel very strongly that collectability has to have a beautiful balance between accessibility to the mass public and also the ability to chase it down. It's got to be a balance in between. And heck, if you've been around here for a while, you've heard me say that. And if you haven't, make sure you hit that sub button, because we're racing to 6750 subs and we're almost there already. But this is a delicate balance. Have too much of something, people don't find it collectible. They don't want to have it anymore. But if there's not enough of it and the regular enthusiast doesn't feel like there's ever a chance that they could actually get their hands on it, see the One Ring, it doesn't really drive all that much hype outside of, oh my gosh, it's going to be worth $2 million one day. There's no actual dreams of ever collecting this product. Well, this is where something like the Brothers War serialized artifacts come in. I do believe that the number of 500 in a standard set in a collector booster box that, yes, is the most expensive product of that run, but is still a relatively achievable product for most people who choose to engage with Magic the Gathering in that way, is a massive win for collectability. It's something that you can feel a rush of excitement. Heck, I still will go back and open Brothers War collector boxes from time to time when I get the opportunity, just because you never know, you could pull something cool. And that has shown in all of the sales data that we track from TCG Player to be meaningful when it comes to what products we choose to spend our money on, and in my opinion, that will affect the future of these cards. But that's just kind of the overarching idea of serialized cards and how I feel about them. Why the Brothers War serialized cards? And more importantly, why now? Why am I spending this money that I work hard for? And if you've made it this long, you deserve to know it's not channel money. We're a small channel, and while our membership is popping off and you guys are doing awesome. All of that money, every dollar from every channel member, is going to build a brand new streaming setup. We need to buy another camera, we need to buy some frames for a backdrop, and all that money is going to that. So this is nothing but my money being spent on that. If you want to help support that cause, check out the pinned comment below. You can join the channel member for as little as $5 a month, and you get access to tons of things, custom emotes, exclusive content. Heck, if you see a channel member in the comment section via their badge, ask them, and they can tell you it's a pretty fun community, in my opinion. So consider joining. But the Brothers War serialized cards are sitting at a pivotal moment. We have shown that Wizards of the Coast right now is all about serialized cards. We are pivoting into, the serialized card era, as someone like Rudy would put it. And I don't know if he coined the phrase, and just in case, Rudy kind of coins every phrase, so let's just call it what it is. Rudy coined the serialized card era phrase. But as we pivot into that area and serialized cards become less controversial and more the norm, I do believe the community has shown that we are starting to take to it. Look at things like March of the Machine. The serialized cards in March of the Machine continued to grow. Heck, Wizards of the Coast is handing out serialized cards at all their major events, and I hope they continue to do that at MTG Con Chicago, because I will be there, so I really hope they continue to do that. But the Brothers War serialized artifacts will always represent the first iteration, the first series, the kickoff of the serialized card era, and no matter how long it lasts, I believe this will be an iconic era in Magic the Gathering. And regardless of your feelings on serialized cards, I would think you would tend to agree, right? The first iteration of a publicly available run of serialized cards in a Magic the Gathering product will be iconic. And because of that, they are meaningful to me. Every time I look at these cards, and you've seen them on backdrops in random areas of the office where I shoot videos, they just spark a lot of joy. They bring me pride. So it fits right into one of my core beliefs of collectability, where I'm not as concerned and the long-term future, how these cards go up in value. Don't get me wrong, I'm always looking to get a good deal on these cards when I'm trying to buy them, but I don't ever think they're going to appreciate in value to the point that they're going to pay for my kids' college. I don't think they're going to pay off my house or, heck, buy me another one. I don't even think they're going to fix my car or afford me an oil change in the future. But it does evoke this emotion within me, where I remember that this was the moment in Magic the Gathering where this became a main thing, at least for a time being. And long term, I think that becomes more iconic. I think I get more and more proud to have these on display. And one day, if I'm ever able to complete and grade the set, it's something I will feel comfortable showing off for all time. So I am really glad that I'm buying these cards. And for those who will say, well, why don't you just buy reserved list cards? You know they're protected, you know that they're not going to go up or down in value or whatever it is, and Wizards are going to reprint them. Yes, I could agree with that. And I do collect reserved list cards, and that's something I always like. But for the time being, this has my attention, and I think it's a really fun way to do something that's extremely rare, and that's engage with collecting Magic the Gathering in a modern sense, with new Magic the Gathering sense. And that's something that it's hard to come by these days. So let me know what you think in the comments section below. I want to hear from you, and I know some of you have already roasted me, but am I just wasting all of my hard-earned money? Is this a complete waste of time, a complete waste of money? Will I regret this years in the future, or is this something I will be extremely proud of? And do you want to support the new stream setup and all the new things we're doing in the office here as far as recording videos and doing live streams by joining the channel membership? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for hanging out again. I can't believe we're already racing to 6,750 subs. I'm going to address some more of this on Friday Morning Magic. Every Friday morning at 8 a.m. Central Time, I go live. We kick off our weekend with a Magic live stream. I hope you can join us. But until then, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and well, we will see you around. All right, goodbye.